Hello and welcome to Virgo season. So we've just come out of Leo season where it's been all about socializing and putting ourselves out there and being creative and loud and social and all of that sort of stuff that goes with putting yourself out there and being the extrovert that Leos are. So now we move into Virgo season. So Virgo season is our season every year where we get to do our basically a lot of our spring cleaning. Virgo season is when we can be very, very organized and when we can really find the time and the energy to attend to all of those boring, tedious jobs that we have to do, like taxes and boring things like cleaning out cupboards in the kitchen or whatever it might be. Under the influence of Virgo, you want to be organized. It's easier for you to get the ducks in a row. It's easier for you to want to, manage things and organize things and structure things so that you've got something solid to rely on. So it's always a really great time while the sun's in Virgo for you to get yourself organized. So there's things you've been putting off or things that you've got a big mess that needs to be sorted out. You will find the energy and the time to do it this month. Virgo season is also a time, Virgo energy loves to serve. It loves to be like the wind beneath other people's wings. So this is also a great time for you to see what you can do within your community or your family or organization or wherever you are, what you can do to help and serve others in some way. And that doesn't mean that you become the servant or anything like that. It just looks at, what have you got? What talent, what gift, what information have you got that you could share with other people that could make their life easier in some way or help them out in some way. Another classic thing of Virgo is that Virgo energy can be a little bit of a hypochondriac energy. Virgo in esoteric astrology rules Chiron, so it's very much connected to healing. So during this time, if you do have anything you're worried about with your health or anything like that, it would be a good idea to go to the doctor because Googling it and diagnosing yourself via the internet isn't always a great idea. And under the influence of Virgo, it could look a lot worse than what it actually is. So that little splinter in your finger doesn't mean that your finger needs to be amputated. It's not nearly that serious. So just being aware when we're under the influence of Virgo, things can seem a bit worse than what they actually are. And the other thing with Virgo energy, of course, is it's the energy of perfection. So if there's anything that you've been wanting to produce or put out there or, share with the world in some way, this would be a really great time to get it all organized. But what can happen is if you've created something and you're under the influence of Virgo, it can be very difficult for you to see the perfection of what you've already created. And so it's always a good idea if you are wanting to put something out there at this time that you ask somebody who you trust, whose knowledge that you trust, and whose reactions that you trust to edit it for you or to look through it for you. Because the chances are, if you edit it yourself, you will edit it to death. You will not be able to see within what you've produced how perfect it is or how good it is. All you will actually see is the imperfections, because unfortunately, that's often what Virgo energy does. It spends a lot of its time comparing itself to others and a lot of time judging itself. And so when we're stuck in that judgmental way of thinking, we're not seeing the positives in everything. We're always looking at the negatives and what we could do better and what somebody else is doing a whole lot better than us. And if we get caught up in all of that comparing yourself thing, you can't win that battle. You're always going to come out feeling like you're not good enough in some way. And that is not a good way for anybody to feel, especially at this time. So, with that perfection, use that energy to really motivate yourself to do the best version and be the best version of yourself you can be and to do the best at whatever it is that you're working on at this time. Don't allow it to just make you see all the imperfections. Allow it to make you see what is good and what you are doing really, really well. I don't know why my screen's gone funny, but it has. So yeah, so look at that perfection energy and use it as a motivator rather than a judgment tool. And that way you will make sure that whatever you're producing, which I think under the influence of Virgo, it's pretty hard to half do anything, we'll all be producing at a high level during this month. And so keep that in mind. And rather than thinking that you're not doing well or comparing yourself to others, just get on with it and be the best version of yourself you can be and use this Virgo energy to really develop yourself in the way that you want to. So enjoy Virgo season, and I'll be back to talk to you again soon. Bye.